Roar, but on tight.
Batman speaking. Warning all of you to brace yourselves for big news.
The biggest.
Tell them, Robin.
Holy superlatives, Batman! It's really exciting. Soon, very soon.
This is real, brother. This is wrestling.
Out of the ring in just a moment or two for more exciting fucking action.
This is one of the main events of the evening. In the ring with me at this time, 510 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Grizzly Smith. This contest will be with a gentleman from Santa Fe, New Mexico. He says he can pick him up and slam him. Let's have a big welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for Bruiser Brody. Now the way this works, you gotta make sure we understand the rules. You must pick him up off the ground and slam him down. Now wait just a moment here. Wait just a moment here. Wait just a moment. Now he has first opportunity to slam him. Chris, come on, look down out of the ring here. And Maniac Martin, who's recently on suspension, is risking another suspension. Chris, come on along, get down. Wait just a moment here. Wait just a moment. Bruiser Brody. I get the first match at the $21,000. After taking count the money and taking to my bank account, they don't have no way to be out here during this event. Now that's true. So get on over here now. This is Bruiser Brody. Now get on over here. No. Just come over here now. There's $22,000 sitting in the owner. Sitting in wait just a moment. Can we get security here? Wait just a moment here. Bruiser Brody has signed the contract to attempt to get 510 pounds Grizzly Smith. There is no contract gentlemen, you must pick him up off the ground and slam him. Sheik and Maniac Mark Lewin are all on Bruiser Brody, who came in to slam Grizzly Smith, and now comes Lars Anderson, and it's pandemonium around here right now. There comes Maniac Mark Lewin into the turnabout, and Lars Anderson has picked up a chair. He's hit Mark Lewin with it. The Grizzly Smith and Bruiser Brody, they both have their Maniac. Kamala, now they're all leaving the ring. I don't know what happened here, but the Sheik and Kamala and the Maniac all came to the ring during the slam contest, and now Smith and Brody are punching one another. And actually, Grizzly Smith came to his aid. And then Lars Anderson come running into the ring. I don't know what's going on. And the Sheik is still roaming around ringside here. He's in his own little world. I don't know what's going on. But I'm really watching myself at all times here. Because the Sheik has been very unpredictable all the years that he's eating the television paper. In the ring now, there's a handshake going on between Grizzly Smith and Bruiser Brody. This is an unexpected turn of events, ladies and gentlemen. They're shaking hands together. Grizzly Smith came to the aid of Bruiser Brody. And the Maniac Mark Lewin. And it appears now that Grizzly Smith and Bruiser Brody are the best of friends. I can't believe it. What a turnaround. He just wanted to make the money, the $22,000. And out of nowhere, the Sheik came with the Maniac Mark Lewin and Kamala. And then Lars Anderson came in the ring to help, and Bruiser Brody, and now I guess Bruiser Brody and Grizzly Smith, there was no hard feelings. He just wanted to make the $22,000, and now I think it's Lars and Grizzly Smith and Bruiser Brody are making a challenge towards the Sheik and the Maniac and Kamala in a six-man tag. I don't really know what's going on here. Let's see if we can find out what's going on here. Lars, can you tell us what's happened here? Well, the Sheik has gone up into the tag. The Sheik is Lars Anderson coming out of the ring, heading over towards the grandstand area with a chair. The Sheik over the other side in the audience. Bruiser Brody of the Sheik in the audience seat. Now, here at Aloha Stadium. And it seems like Maniac Mark Lewin and the Sheik are having a 2-on-1 with Bruiser Brody. And there's goes Lars Anderson to his aid at the far side. It's absolute pandemonium here in Mayhem. Nobody can seem to understand what's going on. The action is no longer in the ring, but in the far stand. Well, all six of them are up there in the bleachers, and it's because some fan, I think, took offense to the Sheik, and the Sheik went right after him up into the bleachers, and then Brody went in, Grizzly Smith went in, Kamala and the Maniac went in, and then Lars Anderson, he came to the rescue, and they were all six up there. Nobody knows where they're at now, but the Bruiser is mad. Maniac Mark Lewin, both men with weapons in their hands, and Lars Anderson covers the Maniac with the chair. Maniac Mark Lewin rescuing the chair away from Lars Anderson at this time. Both men fighting amongst the crowd. And there they go. Grizzly Smith comes with a chair. And this is pandemonium with the crowd here at Aloha Stadium. Well, I'll tell you what, it looked like the Maniac and the Sheik and Kamala were at their best. They did the big retreat once again, tried to inflict damage and injury to someone, a major injury, and then head for the hills. We seem to be having a major new team here. We've got 510-pound Grizzly Smith, 6'8" the giant Bruiser Brody, and former Power Asian heavyweight champion Lars Anderson, all three of them together against the Sheik's crew. Now, I'll tell you something. The Sheik, Maniac, Mark Lewin, and others. I don't know what to say. Sonny, take it away. But I do know that he got a good piece of meat. Is that long enough for you? Oh, I cannot. Look at this. Look at this, Dunbar. We're going to watch the replay here. Now, 510-pound Grizzly Smith, who was supposed to be trained by Bruiser Brody on his teacher ride with Prince Kamala and Maniac Mark Lewin, and all heck broke loose at this point in time. Lars Anderson at the age, and all of a sudden, Bruiser Brody was taking on Prince Kamala at this time, also being hit by the Sheik at this point in time, when Lars Anderson arrived on the scene, and it was absolute mayhem. But at the end of this match, Bruiser Brody, look at this now, squaring off with Grizzly Smith, but they were both trying to tell each other something, that they were both on the same side. I think now, and now look at this, if you will, 510-pound Grizzly Smith offering a hand of friendship to Bruiser Brody as Lars Anderson looks on. And Bruiser Brody, not knowing what to think because he was supposed to have challenged this man, is now saying he came to the rescue of myself and my partners, and there's a hand of friendship between Grizzly Smith and Bruiser Brody. And if they team up with Lars Anderson, that's a formidable six-man tag team group of three that I can't believe it. Look out, world. There. 115 pounds and a former Polynesian champion. You couldn't ask for any better threesome anywhere in the world. And like I said, look out, world. If those three team up, six-man tag team matches are going to dissolve around the country. I'll tell you something right now. When you get the light of a man like Grizzly Smith and the power of Bruiser Brody, and you combine it with the mind of Lars Anderson, you've got yourself a team that could take on virtually anybody, and I'll bet you the challenges are going to be forthcoming. It was unusual to see because Bruiser Brody and Grizzly Smith were on the opposing sides at the beginning of this encounter, and then now everybody's going after the Sheik. Now here's where the Sheik went up inside of Aloha Stadium as we review this now. I think the fan had thrown the chair at the Sheik, and the Sheik went right after him. And then when he started down, there's the Maniac came up to join him, and then out of nowhere there was Big Bruiser with the chair. Bruiser strikes with a chair. And there's Kamala coming up the stairs now. I can't believe this. They go right in to the upper decks of Aloha Stadium, and there's Big Lars with another chair. There is absolute pandemonium. There comes 510-pound Grizzly Smith, and we got all six of them up there. They're going berserk up there, hanging on the side. It's a wonder one of them hadn't got thrown off the side there, Dunbar. But there's all six of them in action all over this place. I cannot believe Maniac Mark Lewin had something to do with this, as did the Sheik. The Sheik has orchestrated this thing because you take a guy like the Sheik who has no regard for the safety and values of anybody in the world today, and then you add to it Maniac Mark Lewin, who we know is not all there all the time, and then you put them together along with Prince Kamala, who doesn't speak any English at all, and what do you have there? A team that's fused in violence. And I'll tell you something right now. They've got their hands full because when you take Grizzly Smith, Lars Anderson, put them together with Bruiser Brody, you've got a team that can handle that kind of action in or out of the ring. Well, we saw Big Bruiser Brody earlier tonight with a big 2x4. And he'll make toothpicks out of that thing on these guys if they get out of line. And just look at him right there. Look at that man, Bruiser Brody. Would you like to meet him in a dark alley? I wouldn't want him with me after me if the National Guard was on my side. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to recap this thing real shortly before we have to cut away. And the fact is that the $22,000 challenge has turned into a new team in the making. We'll be back with more wrestling action. Stand by your...
This is the tattooed madman PsYcHo Mike. And if you don't want to get locked in a mental war with me, you'll click like and hit subscribe now.
I've seen your stupid videos. Actually, I'm lying. I haven't seen your stupid videos. I've heard about your stupid videos. from me to you, go fuck yourself.
Here. There was no one bigger when it mattered less. The man with the perfect face for radio. The tattooed madman PsYcHo, Mike.
Beta here. Check it out. You're listening to PsYcHo Mike's Masters of Mayhem Underground Radio. Broadcasting live, online, and worldwide from Cleveland, Ohio. That guy plays anything and everything. And he likes the rest of my family. Even Meg? So we can't be all bad. I bring to you the man with the perfect face for radio. The part-time crazy, 100% PsYcHo, the tattooed madman, PsYcHo Mike.